Moving Through the Photon Belt. By Monique Mathieu. July 18, 2016. Website: angelstoyou.wordpress.com. Produced by Higher Self.
We are going to try to explain to you as best we can what the photon belt is, and what its function is. We are going to do this with simple language because all that is simple is much more easily understood by beings of the third dimension, even those who are very evolved or who believe they are very evolved. We are speaking about humans in general and notably about certain scientists. In the universe, everything functions in cycles. All life obeys two laws, the law of cycles and the law of hierarchies, which is that of the path of ascension. Every human being lives several cycles during his existence, those that carry him higher, and those where he has the impression of having fallen onto earth with a great weight on his shoulders, whether it be the weight of some experiences or those of pain in his physical body. Know that each day, even during these cycles, you are always going in the direction of ascension. All of the human family experiences exactly the same phenomenon of cycles. Your Mother Earth experiences it also, as does your solar system, your galaxy, and the entire universe. These cycles are like small steps that allow all of life to ascend towards the planes and levels of consciousness that are definitely higher. These are evolutional cycles. At this time, your planet, your solar system, and your galaxy are in great movement. The galaxy, of which your world is a part, has entered what you call the photon belt. It is not a belt. We would call this an ocean of light because the word belt is too restrictive to quantify what this immensity of photon energy, energy of light represents. Therefore, your planet, your solar system and your galaxy have entered this ocean of photon light. Your solar system finds itself in the same position in relation to the universe as it was 24,000 years ago. Humans who lived in planet Earth 24,000 years ago, lived an important year for planet Earth, because they had experienced many things and many lives. The level of consciousness of humans living at that time and yours is not the same, because the experiences lived in the two epochs are not the same. The immensity of the photon belt is unique in that it can completely transform all that is matter, that is to say it can raise its vibratory level to frequencies that you cannot even imagine. This does not happen as simply as you may suppose, it often happens in the course of a destruction, whether it is the destruction of human beings or even of planets, or in the course of sometimes colossal destructions, because all that cannot vibrate in this immense vibration is in some way destroyed. The light of this photon belt has also a very important action on the souls of human beings, whether they be on planet Earth or elsewhere. Of course, beings who are on planets that are not worlds of free choice, or who live on planets of dimensions that are definitely superior, will not integrate this photon energy in the same way as the children of the Earth. The energy that each person can integrate will make him or her evolve, depending on the work accomplished, and depending on the maturity of his or her soul, and of his or her level of consciousness. Assuredly, this energy transmutes and transforms all that it penetrates. It can also have, as we have said, destructive effects on those who are not capable of integrating its power. It sets off destructive forces within them. This photon energy also acts on all that is not light, that is to say, all the forces of dark light. It is for this reason that at the end of cycles of 24,000 years of worlds and of the earth, there can be immense upheavals. These upheavals are essentially due to a non-acceptance of transformations that this energy provokes in all that is life. This photon belt has existed since the creation of this world, since the creation of your solar system and well beyond, and will continue to exist. This passage into the photon belt will bring about an unequaled spiritual awakening of which you are not even aware. It will be like a rejuvenating bath. It is the hand that the Father, the Source, extends to you. At each end of cycle, there is like a compensation. However, the compensation is not always what you believe it will be. What you do not perceive and what you do not see is much more important than what you do perceive, what you do feel, and what you do see. You do not perceive the transformation that you live daily, however it is real. Be certain that you are profoundly touched within your cells, in your matter and in your soul by the penetration of this photon energy. Consider that it is a large help in your spiritual evolution. They are showing me a diagram that is perhaps symbolic. I see our planet, our solar system, other solar systems, and other galaxies emerged into what looks like an immense ocean of white light. In this white light, there are other lights that I would not know how to describe, like permanently sparkling lights of different colors. The light that they are showing me is in fact life. The photon belt is life, I would like to say the sublimation of life. I see all of these solar systems emerged into this immense ocean of life. I only see the beginning. I do not see the end. They are telling me. There is no beginning, there is no end, because even if you were, as you could say, outside of this photon belt, you would still feel the effects, because this energy is necessary to life. You will move away from it once this very important actual cycle of about 2000 years has passed. The souls that will have remained asleep and in ignorance of this immense spiritual and divine consciousness will recommence a cycle of life in worlds of the third dimension. Those who will have been awakened will have completed an entire cycle of experimentations. Of course, in this new cycle of 2000 years that you experience, many things will take place within the beings who will experiment life on Earth, as well as in other worlds, because evolution will continue to manifest itself in a different way. Consider the passage into the photon belt as your ticket of exit in relation to the thousands of years, and the thousands of life experiences in this world and in others. Once human beings leave the photon belt, they will have integrated the data that is absolutely unavailable to them right now. Their consciousness will have totally transmuted. The purpose of the photon belt, this belt of light, is to have you integrate and understand another dimension of love, a dimension that is much more into energy and vibration than into human emotions. You could qualify this energy as non-human, because there is no affect and no emotion in this new dimension of love. We consider that point zero, for the inhabitants of this world, signifies the end of the actual world, but not the end of the planet Earth. It is the end of the way man behaves, thinks, and reacts, and also the end of the dominance of certain energies. Once you have gone beyond point zero, your consciousness will allow you to totally integrate the immense benefits of this divine light. Consider the photon belt as a gift from the Father to all life. Of course, scientists will give other explanations, but the one that we are giving is closest to the truth, even though done with simple words. Simplicity speaks to the heart and things that are too complicated speak only to the intellect. Therefore, once you have passed point zero, your world will have changed, and you really will have entered into the age of Aquarius, with all that entails. You will have finished living through the great turbulences of humanity, all will stabilize and the climb towards a higher consciousness will take place very rapidly. The goals and objectives of the beings who experience that moment will be completely different from those of today's humanity. Once you have passed point zero, your world will have transited into that magnificent ocean of light that is the photon belt. Be certain that, even if your eyes cannot perceive it, even if your consciousness cannot apprehend it, and even if your body cannot feel it, you live in this photon belt. That light, that extraordinary energy penetrates you continuously, helps you to awaken, to integrate a new consciousness, and prepares you not only for the transition, but also for your becoming. Your physical body integrates these new energies and this new power, but your bodies of light integrate them even more. Some beings will tell you that once you are in the photon belt, many catastrophes will take place. They are not totally wrong, and we have explained the reasons. The photon belt helps to be reborn to another life, to another consciousness, and to another energy. You know very well that a birth can sometimes be very painful, whether it is a birth in matter or a birth in the spirit, which is to say that changes of consciousness take place sometimes in suffering and pain. All transformation can very often cause suffering, but the benefits are so important that they are quickly forgotten. We would like to add this: for many terrestrial years now, we have prepared you, even if you are not aware of it, as much through what we tell you as through what you experience. Sometimes, we place along your path some experiences that, despite the program that is yours, can accelerate your transformation or your profound awakening. In order for our assistance to really be effective, it is necessary that, on your part, you completely let go, that you understand who you are, that you become aware of your immense internal power and of the immense love that is in you. You must, as much as possible, avoid generating in any way energies that drag you down, because the current energies in which your solar system and your universe are bathed are such that your thoughts can have a real effect on matter. If you think about suffering, pain, and sickness, or difficulties, you can augment them due to the power of the energies that you integrate. On the other hand, if you think confidence, if you think love, if you think peace, if you are completely into ascending energies, the changes in your life accelerate. Instead of being pulled downwards, you are propelled higher. These new energies do not have either a good or bad connotation, they are simply an immense power that the Creator has placed at the disposal of His creation.